All right, so I want to go over how to use and create custom actions or custom tools in the agents. So we'll just start. There's a couple places you can navigate to this from: outbound, inbound, or you could view it from the already created agents. So let's just start from scratch. If we're going to use an in-call action, obviously we have to have all this other stuff filled out, and then we'll navigate to it from here. So three different types of in-call actions right now. So we have transfers, pretty self-explanatory. You can have multiple different transfers. We also have webhooks. So these are outbound webhooks. They'll trigger based on a described situation. They'll say a certain speech that you define when they're triggering. And then we can also send data from the conversation. And we also have get data, which would be something like pulling information from a CRM. Right? So if somebody says something and we want to pull information from a CRM, like their profile or anything like that, we would do that right here. So I'm going to go over webhooks, outbound webhooks specifically, and I'll do another video where I go into it in more detail. I'll just describe how it works here, then I'll give an actual example in the other video. As far as how it works, you're going to have a URL that you're pointing to, right? This would typically be an inbound webhook that you're pointing towards. You're going to name it and you're going to define it. Now, these two things are actually really important to the tool functioning. So the tools function based on the name and the definition. So for example, let's say I want to send a text, right? Send a text. I probably want to name it send a text, and then I want to describe when this happens. When the call, when the agent says, great, let me go ahead and send a text out. Right, that'd be like a description. Then perform the action. Webhook. Honestly, you probably don't need this last part. You probably just do with just all of this. Then right here is what the agent's going to say. Give me 1 second while I get this text sent out. Or something like that. So once this action triggers, the agent says, great, I'm going to go ahead and send a text out. Go ahead and give me 1 second while I get this sent out. Right? This tells you that the action is happening. The other thing you can do is send information from the call in this webhook. Right? So let's say part of what you wanted to include in the text was, what type of plan did they choose? Type of plan. And then you're going to say option 1. Maybe in this text, you want to send a payment link. So when you say, what type of plan did you pick? They're going to say option 1, and we can trigger, does the $100 payment link, option 1, the 200, option 2, or the 300, option 3, get sent out. And you can do it based on this. So all you're doing is defining the name of the variable and then an example of what that variable would look like. Right? So type of plan, option 1, option 2. So that's webhooks. I'll do another video that dives into actually how to use it, like an actual example. That's just the general concept.